Hi, I'm Martha Josey, and you know, last night on TV, on a program, I saw George Clooney's house, and it was gorgeous. And then I got to see Warren Buffett's office, and it was great too. But you know, now I'm in mine and Ari's trophy room, and we're so excited because I'm just going to kind of walk you around the wall and kind of show you some of the things in my trophy room that I'm so proud of. We'll start over here. These are just some of my saddles that I've won, and some of Ari's saddles. Oh, you know, it's been really great through the years, rodeoing and getting to go all over the world. And we're coming out really soon with a new book, a new training book, a new book about our lives, and maybe even a movie soon. So we're thinking about all good things. But to kind of show you around this room, I just got inducted into the Hall of Fame in Oklahoma City, and this was last year, and oh, this says what a ride, and it was great because we got to see so many friends, and this was one of the greatest events of my life right here. And to go around the room, of course, you'll see some of my great horses. Sonny Bit of Both, the only horse in the world that has ever won both the AQHA and the WPRA in the same year, and that was in 1980, and he still holds that honor. And then, of course, my horse and my great horse, one of my very favorites was C.B. Reed. He was actually the horse that I started off with, and I won the Texas Barrel Racing Association 4 years in a row, and he was the first horse that I made the national finals in 1968 and 69. And I've been real fortunate to get to go to the national finals in the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. But you know what? I was only 5 years old the first time I went. But anyway, you know, it's been wonderful, and here I am. I'm still riding, and I still love it. I think barrel racing is the greatest event in the world. For one thing, it keeps us young, it keeps us athletic, and it's fun for the whole family, so we love it. To go on over further, this of course is one of my favorites. In 1988 at Calgary, Canada, this team of people got to go represent the USA at the Winter Olympics. And I got to win a bronze medal and also a gold medal, and it was so wonderful. And to tell you a little bit about some of the people that were there, Charmaine James and Marlene were both there, and of course we ended up winning the gold medal, and the team did. And then here's Lane Frost, and of course everybody that knew Lane Frost loved him, and he was one of the very favorites. Of course, you know how great the movie 8 Seconds. And during our Junior World this year, it's going to be so great because his mother, Mrs. Elsie Frost, and Mr. Clyde Frost, his dad, will be here for the Junior World, and she's going to be a guest speaker. So it's actually been 22 years since Lane was killed in a bull riding accident at Cheyenne, but I still love him and think so much of him, and I can't wait to have Mrs. Elsie Frost come and talk at our church service. You know, also at that same time, let me go ahead and tell you another surprise. We've got, how many of y'all have heard of Sweet Home Alabama? It's a program on every Friday night, and it's been really, really good. There's a little boy from, not a little boy, I think he's 21 now. His name is Sean Smith. He's a junior at Southern University at Magnolia, Arkansas. You'll best know him by his great roping horse credit card, but he's also going to be here at the Junior World to talk to barrel racers and calf ropers and anybody that wants to come, especially all of our crowd that will be here. So we're so proud of that. I'm going to go over to show you a little bit more because You heard of Ty Mitchell, that is one of our lead instructors here at the ranch. Of course, Ty has done just about everything, but over on the wall, he was the only one that ever won the Junior World 4 years in a row. He was 17, 18, 19, and 20. But here's some of the other Wall of Champions that we've got. We'll just go over and visit this wall. Of course, here's Ty. Here's some of our other champions, and we call it the Wall of Champions because so many people have been here. Of course, here's Mesa Levitt. She's been here, bought her horse here, and went on to win many, many championships. But we love this, and I'm going to come down and show you a little bit more. Here was another one of my great barrel horses, Mr. Revolution Bars. And here's even George Foreman. He came and talked at one of our two of our church services when we first got started at the Junior World, and we still remain to be really, really great friends with him. Many, many champions here, and this one, who can guess who this is? She's better known as Brooke Oden, and started out here, and she's still winning barrel races today. Here is one of my very favorite barrel horses. This is the Great Orange Smash. I ended up winning the NBHA World Championship on him in '97. Went to the NFR on him in '98. This is from Ellensburg, Washington. He won Ellensburg, Washington, Walla Walla, Washington, and Puyallup, all in the same time frame. He was a big horse. He was like, 16'3". He was tall, but he was big, and he was great. We won a go-around at the NFR on him, and he was certainly one of my very favorite horses. And we're going on down here because I'm going to introduce you to somebody else now, and he's going to tell you about, this is one of my favorite pictures. This is when we first started, 1967. And Josey's out there burning all the pine trees, trying to get our arena ready so we could have schools. Our school started 45 years ago, and this will be the 45th year. And our first clinic here at the ranch will be the last weekend of March, which will be spring 1. Then Easter will be the first weekend of April this year. And then our spring 2 will be the 3rd weekend. And then right after that, of course, we've got reunion roundup for former students, and that's going to be so much fun. Big Tex, CM trailers, they give a horse trailer. Purina gives all kind of prizes. United Vet gives prizes. Circle Y, all of our major sponsors are here, and they all want to meet everybody that comes to these 2 events. So that's really a lot of fun. But I'd like to come over and we'll meet Ari Josey. I couldn't have done it without him. And Josey, I know you want to brag about some of your students.
Oh yeah, I've got several students that went on to be professionals in roping and professionals, and some of them I think on the wall over here. We got, here's a bunch of them when we started beginning. This is Dr. Seamless, he's a medical doctor here. Here's Jeb Barney, and some of them up here. And there's several all around the wall here that we got. Here's a couple of boys. This is Blair Burke and Ross Lowry when they was kids, and they're both winners now.
Josey, you need to tell them about what are some of these horses on the wall here, because I know you've won the AQHA World Championship on 3 different horses. Talk about those 3 different horses.
All right, this is a horse called Major Chalfant. I won the world in registered roping. And here's a horse called Toe Bars that belonged to Mr. C.T. Fuller in Catasauqua, Pennsylvania. And he was a real nice horse. Won it on him. Then Silver Creek Jake. This is him right here, I believe, in this picture. He was really a super horse.
And Josey, while you're at it, tell about another famous horse that we got to see that's in a picture right over here.
Oh, yeah.
You know, going around the world, we've got to see a lot of people, but we've got to see a lot of good horses.
This is a picture of Secretariat. We were up there and we went out to see him and we took a picture with him. And they had a movie here a while back about Secretariat. It was a good movie.
And of course, we still love going to shows. That Patsy Cline show, she was one of our heroes too. And you know, that's the thing about us and rodeo stars and all the great people that still rodeo. Josey, there's a bunch of heroes out there, aren't there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, lots of students been through here, and a lot of them have gone to the national finals. A lot of them won their local rodeos or horse shows, whatever. But there's a tremendous amount of winners in the bunch.
And you know, our dentist used to be our student. Our medical doctor used to be our student. So many different ones have come here and gone on to do good in whatever they wanted to do, which has been great, hasn't it?
Yeah, sure has.
And the fun part about it, at our clinics here at the ranch, we still are very active. Of course, you're out there on the first barrel and Ty's on the second barrel, and I'm all over the place. But also we have Team Josey clinics on the road. The first one will be next week, which, Josey, your phone's ringing again. That means you're a busy guy. Our first clinic on the road will be 2 weeks from now at Andalusia, Alabama. And that will be Josey, not Josey, I'm sorry. Ty Mitchell, Gary Arthur, and Lisa Mitchell will all be there. Josey and I, we're always here at the ranch, but we got Team Josey on the road. We've had a fun time up in our trophy room. Glad y'all could join us.